Asbel Elementary in Fayetteville and Arkansas Arts Academy in Rogers are two of a few schools in the state that run on a continuous learning calendar. While experts say additional breaks can be beneficial for mental health of students and staff, the different schedules can be tough for some families. Fox 24's Ankira Kazuka talks pros and cons in this special report.
We moved here in 2017, so that's when I enrolled them in Fayetteville schools.
Wife and mother of two Fayetteville public school students, Sage and Freeman, says she got a bit of a surprise when her family moved from Springdale.
When I enrolled Jackson, my youngest, my 10-year-old, into Happy Hollow, I was not aware of the continuing calendar.
While every school in the Fayetteville School District starts on the same day in the fall, Happy Hollow, Owl Creek, and Asbel Elementaries are all on a continuous learning calendar, or CLC. Now, compared to traditional school calendars that many people are used to, every student is in school for 8 hours a day with the same number of days scheduled for the school year. But here's where the differences come in. CLC students get the same vacations as traditional learning students, with additional week-long breaks at the beginning of October and at the end of April. However, they do make up this time at the end of the school year, when their school year ends 2 weeks later than traditional learning students.
What we look at is the number of days students have and how much time it would take to teach what Arkansas says is a third grade standards. And when you analyze that, you can do that through both calendars.
Dr. Stephen Weber, Associate Superintendent for Teaching and Learning for the district, says there are benefits to this time off during the year.
There's a lot of research that says students need those breaks for play, for family time, enrichment. Families can take their children to the public library, take their children on vacations.
But the more frequent breaks can be inconvenient for some families.
The reality is some families don't have the extra income to go on a vacation every time there's a break, so they are having to hire child care or find a Boys and Girls Club or pay a local facility to watch their children during the breaks.
Including the Freemans.
During that week, you have to find, for me, since me and my husband both work during the day, I would have to find somewhere for him to go. He's just 10 years old. He's not old enough to stay at home.
Luckily, she's able to send her kid to a camp provided by Happy Hollow.
My other child, he's in school that week, so it wouldn't be really fair to him if I took a vacation.
I've had some opportunities to take some not long vacations, but some extended weekends.
Principal of Asbel Elementary, Tracy Bratton, has worked in education for over 20 years. With experience using both calendars under her belt, she says staff also enjoy the breaks a continuous learning calendar provides. However,
some of the staff point to the fact that they also would like a longer summer. So again, there's some pros and cons to that.
Students on a traditional learning calendar get out of school 2 weeks earlier than CLC students.
When we're going into June, a lot of camps start. International families have gotten out of their classes and they're ready to go, home for an extended summer break. And so it can affect our attendance,
which she says can slightly impact the school scores that are given to the public. Freeman says she's happy with both of her son's schools, but would ultimately like for them to be on the same schedule.
For right now, we're making it work. So as long as I can continue it working, then I don't have an issue with either or.
Now, Dr. Weber says the district calendar committee decided to move forward with the current calendars for the next couple of years, but he says administrators and the school board are analyzing pros and cons for the future. Now, you can visit our website for a breakdown of roughly how much the different calendars cost families. In studio, Ankira Kazuka, Fox 24 News.